I would like to share my path of raising my self-worth when it comes to intimate relationships. While I was doing a short meditation today, I had a great revelation on my self-worth when it comes to intimate relationships. And I'll share the meditation with you all for your own spiritual practice at the end of this video. I received such great healing in this revelation. So my relationship pattern has been very similar since I was young. So meaning I have created a particular relay with men that can go all the way back to my first relationship with my father, as a lot of us experience the same type of relay that we have with our parent in our later relationships. So I am quite very generous person. So I have been drawn to individuals that I feel guided to be so generous to and so supportive of, because that's kind of my own love language. And I have give this unconditional love, right? And these individuals would not reciprocate, or there would always be like excuses, or there would always be some sort of block or an emotional block, or just reasons for why they either can't express themselves or can't respond, or just overall I would not be getting the time of day, right? So I felt really undervalued in these partnerships. I felt unseen. I received no attention, no sense of affection, and being quite ambitious and persistent and being sort of a warrior spirit, I would always continue to be generous. So I would send out you could say, healing videos as an example, or I would invite individuals to fun activities that could be for like healing or something that's enjoyable. And these people just didn't see value in my activities or invitations to events, or just in me. So I always try to prove myself. So I was always very much a hard worker in the way that I try to prove myself. I try to prove that, what, I am a rockin' person, I am amazing, I have so much to offer. And still it was like this pressure I would put on myself to basically show that I'm worthy of this person's attention or affection or their reciprocation of feelings. And I feel like I've been drawn to individuals who are maybe like emotionally like blocked, or just emotionally unavailable to themselves, let alone to me, because of my relationship with my father, where I felt there was, he had like an emotional block due to some grief and, sadness that we all have. And some people shut down emotionally, where they start to, they become very, very unavailable to other people and to themselves when it comes to their own emotional well-being. So I realized in this revelation this great sort of vision of myself, right, in a healthy, happy, holy partnership with an individual I imagine in my vision, you can say. And I just saw this future version of myself, and it just hit me that I am very much worthy of affection, attention. I've always been this kind of selfless, like take the shirt off my back to put it on like, kid, or person. And I realized, especially with this Leo energy that we're having in this intense sort of Mars Aries activation, that, this selfish is also a part of the worth. And I think that's why I've been drawn to selfish people, men particularly, who have this sort of, it's about me, and they're, kind of charismatic and they're charming, but they don't know how to really give or be sincere in their giving, right? Kind of holding back emotions and, the fear of abandonment, so that push in the pool and I'm confused and don't know what I want, right? And I've always been very like centered, very much like a tree, and I anything that comes my way, I'm just kind of like, okay, nonchalant, like, okay, fine, okay, just kind of go where, what's working. If it's not, okay, you know. So I realized in this great meditation that, I am worthy of attention and affection. I never really thought about that being sort of like a low self-worth, or a block in attracting a healthy partnership. And I realized, yeah, any person that doesn't give me affection or attention, who doesn't value me, where I have to like fight to be seen or to be heard, or my who I am and my creativity, and what I speak, or what I'm offering to this earth, and that's not recognized as amazing. And that selfish, Leo sort of, Mars energy is like, that's not it. So I don't even have a desire to send messages to any of these people. I don't even have desire to invite these people to any events, or I don't even have desire to tag them in posts or anything. It's like I'm coming to this realization that that's not it, right? And my intuition, being a Pisces soul, is I'm always led by my intuition with people, like feeling of like past life connections, or just something to share that could be helpful, right? It doesn't have to be something intense. It could be just helpful sharing. I'm always intuitively led. If there's something I feel that could be helpful and help somebody evolve, I will do that to serve their infinity. But in serving my own affinity, I'm kind of come into that personal power, that sort of selfish, sort of lioness that's kind of ballsy and bold, that a part of joy and pleasure, with particularly like my fifth house. I have this fifth house energy, which is about the pleasure, the joy, the romance, intimacy, and attention, affection. That's something I think that I've wanted since I was a little girl, and that's also something I feel like I can't have, that I'm going to be in just this supportive, nurturing, motherly energy, but not really getting that kind of reciprocity, because it's been a common theme. And I realized in this meditation that I just completely broke through that block. Like, I'm not even drawn to any of these people. It's almost like, if there's no like attention or affection, if there's no sense of like dedication, or even just value, if I don't feel value, it's just, I'm not even going to just even play that out in my life, or not even going to even play the idea of this person, because I have done that in the past, but I'm starting to like have great visions of a healthy, happy, holy partnership, and having great visions of what it is, especially in meditation, to receive individual who is ready to go, right? Who does see my values, not scared or intimidated, or who's hiding away, or who settles, or low confidence, because these is kind of characteristics I've been drawn to, and it's with my own self-worth. So this great vision I had in this meditation just kind of blew my vision open of what a partnership I could attract in this life, right? And the partnership that I hold dear to my heart, of what I attract in this life, is one that I feel so valued and respected and seen. And that's kind of something that is with my own, I guess, journey of healing, is to be seen and not ignored, or sort of like on the side and it takes forever for me to get something from someone, right? Because that's been my own personal low self-worth, and I'm sure everyone has, their own different journey of raising their self-worth, but this has been mine. So I wanted to share this this journey with you all, to support your own self-worth, raising your self-worth, because the men have been drawn to always saw the divine femininity in me, but always were either intimidated, straight up afraid, always just didn't feel good, or confusion. And I realized in this meditation, it's like the divine showed me, like, there is men out there who are like, they see the divine feminine and they're like, that's it. They're not going to undervalue a woman who uses her voice. They're not going to be intimidated by her sexual movement with her dance, or they're not gonna like be afraid to go on the journey of emotions or of spirituality. And that's been me, and the attracting of men is people who are kind of in that category of who look at the divine feminine but then just don't feel that they're worthy. So I've been using expanders as like men, like Denzel Washington, like Idris Elba, like these type of men, because they have a strong sense of like just the respect in for the divine feminine. Also like I value it. I'm not afraid of it. Like, I'm confident about this journey I have with the divine feminine. And it's like I nurture it, I give to it, I see it, I want to give it attention and all the love. So the meditation that helped me to really just clear out these spaces like I was holding for people, like men, like I'm like so gung-ho. I'm just gonna like take these people, these males, and I'm just gonna make them into like men, like I'm gonna make them into like Denzel Washington through my femme consciousness, right? I'm like that kind of thing. But then these people, when they didn't really would want that, so it was like like, oh, okay, I guess realize it's okay. There's going to be a person who wants that and will take the teachings of the lineage and will actually want to like victory with it. So the meditation I used was so I am bountiful, I am beautiful, I am bliss. I am bountiful, I'm beautiful, and I'm bliss. And this is such a good meditation you could do for raising your self-worth, especially as a woman, to really, really clear out, again, these relationship patterns where we're just waiting around like a doormat and they completely don't look at us and they don't value us. They come in and out. Like, we don't have time of day, right? Focus on your, especially if you're a woman, focus on that divine femininity, femininity, become, that goddess within yourself, and know that there are men who have that, I like to say Denzel Washington or Idris Elba, type of, where they look at it and they're ready to go. They're like, I'm ready to go. I've been preparing for you, woman, and I want this. Like, what you say, what you feel, your lineage, your mother, your grandmother, I want to learn, and I want to grow, because that's what's going to help me to become more of, who I'm meant to be. And they're not going to be, intimidated by that, right? They'll be ready to go. And that's why, this meditation can be so helpful, so we can really like steer away from these type of doormat relationships, or these type of back and forth, waiting all day, they want it, no they don't, and just really focus on the feeling, as Abraham Hicks would say, the feeling of what it is to like come forward to a man who's like ready, and he's not afraid, and he's like, to use, you get the sense of like, oh wow, they see me, and I don't even have to like do all of this, right? They just see me. And that's the kind of like avatar vibe where I see you that we can have in our relationships. It's just a matter of fact of raising our self-worth to kind of hold that space for that, while clearing out the space of these other things that we're holding on to, so our space can be so radiant for that person and not just giving out freely to whoever is, not even there, or giving us the time of day. So